Hello and welcome. I hope that you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today to talk about books. And today we are talking about my final book for July, and that book is The Wilderness of Girls by Madeline Claire Franklin. This is the author's first book. It's a young adult fantasy that's both intense and empowering. Ree has been in foster care and is now going to live with her uncle, her mother's younger brother, who she hasn't seen in years. Ree's life has not been easy. She has experienced trauma and is determined to put the past behind her and begin a new life. But her life at her new school isn't going well. She doesn't seem to fit in with anyone. And when she gets a part-time job at the wildlife preserve where her uncle works, her life begins to shift. Ree is on the job one day and she discovers something unbelievable. She's hiking on a trail on a foggy morning when she happens upon two wolves and a group of 4 young women. One of the young women is injured and the wolves seem to be protecting all 4 of them. When Ree approaches, they allow her to, and then they take off, leaving the young women in her care. Ree quickly realizes the youngest is injured, and she calls for her uncle's help, and the young women are all taken to the hospital. And they tell a remarkable story. They have been living 4 years in the woods with a man who they call the mother. He has told them that they are lost princesses and they will be reunited with a 5th sister. But the mother died, and afterwards the girls lived with the wolves. The sisters believe that Ree is their 5th sister, and they all become quite close. And for them, the line between fantasy and reality has blurred, as they have experienced things in their life that could be perceived as magic. If they're going to find answers, they will need to search for them. Not every question will be answered. And for people who have been living in the wild, it is difficult to adapt to civilization and know what exactly it is they should be doing in every situation. Early on, I said that this book is intense, and it is. There are several content warnings, including PTSD, suicide, body shaming, disordered eating, cannibalism, and sexual assault. So it's truly for the upper levels of the YA group. Some of it was even difficult for me to read, but the relationships between the young women in the story was something that I really appreciated. What can we read for a similar experience? I am focusing on stories where the characters have experienced troubles in their past and have formed strong relationships with those around them. Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. Charlotte has lost more in her 17 years than most people lose in a lifetime. She has turned to self-harm to help her forget and to bring calm. And she is at the edge. Will she be able to bring herself back? Wilder Girls by Rory Powers. 18 months ago, their school was put under quarantine. Teachers died one by one, and the students began to become infected. They are cut off from the rest of the world, isolating for their own protection. But when her friend goes missing, Hetty will do anything to find her, including breaking the quarantine and heading out into the horrors that lie beyond the fence. And there we are. I hope you enjoyed this look at The Wilderness of Girls by Madeline Claire Franklin and other books with strong relationships between those who have dealt with trauma. We'll be back soon with my August reads. I hope that you will join me then, and until then, I hope you enjoy all that you do and all that you read. And thank you.